Hey Taurus, this is our reading for mid-December 2019, for the end of 2019. Eight of Pentacles will be our first card out. Eight of Coins, Eight of Earth, an energy of work. Often hard work, long hours, but we will see what else comes through for us. This reading is also for whenever it may find you and resonate, Taurians. It's for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, or any other type of Taurian. Whether you have your North Node there, your midheaven, any other placement, or are just particularly interested in what Taurus is doing in your chart currently. Maybe you might have a particular interest in the house that Taurus rules, for instance, or maybe you just found the reading coincidentally or by looking at the title, maybe, and that is often a good indication that there is a message for you here as well. The Hangman is our second card out. Pisces energy on the table. I would never get too hung up on the signs, as I usually point out, though, Taurians. It's great when it confirms things for us, but we can all show up as different signs at different times, have different energies highlighted in our charts at different times. Since we do all have all of the zodiac energies in our chart somewhere, right? This is the Deviant Moon Tarot that we are using, Taurians. Four of Water, Four of Chalices. If you are interested in this deck or any of the decks that I use in Lunartics Tarot readings, just check out the description box below. That's where you can also find information on personal readings as well. So we also have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Earth now. This is in your near future, Taurians. And the Five of Chalices. This is actually in the position of your advice. And then I'm going to take both the Three of Pentacles, Three of Earth, and the Eight of Wands, Eight of Fire here for your more distant future. The bottom of the deck shows the Six of Chalices. So I want to sit with this and compare it to our current astrology, the little bit of it that I know, and then we will obviously talk a lot more about it. So first of all, what I haven't said to you yet, Taurians, is that, and I say this in almost every reading, but time being fluid, for some of you this mid-December reading will be just that, applicable to the last couple of weeks of December. For others, it may actually apply to the entirety of December 2019. For some of us, it will take us into 2020, right? So it's going to be a little different for each of us. But Venus moved into Aquarius just yesterday now. Although these may not be posted until the 21st. So what I mean to say is that on the today, the 20th, Venus has moved into Aquarius. Yes. And these may not be posted for a minute because I've had so many internet problems. It's just, I want to say it's been all month, but it's really been all year. It's just been the worst this month because of the weather where I live. So it is what it is. I suppose everything is likely happening in divine timing, right? So it's nothing to be upset about, but that move into Aquarius, it looks very significant for you in terms of bringing a soulmate energy into your life. But I do think that for most of you, what's showing up in this reading is that it is a soulmate that you will work with, not necessarily a soulmate in your romantic life. So, you know, Venus is moving into Aquarius, and Aquarius is its ruling planet. Uranus is in your sign. And what I see that the reading is all about with that Six of Chalices on the bottom of the deck is a soulmate energy coming into you. For a lot of you, it actually may be someone from your past, someone from your childhood, someone that you have fond memories with. But again, this at the center of the reading has me thinking this is really revolving around work for a lot of you. So we also have the Wheel of Fortune here. So this does seem to be fated. It seems to follow some type of heartbreak that has happened here, where you withdrew from an opportunity, walked away from an opportunity. But the advice I do think is not to leave behind more than you lost. So what I'm seeing for some of you is that you decided not to partner with, work with someone. And maybe it's just the type of partnership that takes work, a lot of work for some of you, but for most, I really feel this is someone that you, a soulmate energy that you will work with, excuse me. But the Four of Chalices again says that it's you in the recent past who has turned someone away here, or an opportunity away. And I'm wondering, you know, if some of you didn't turn away an opportunity to work with someone, to collaborate with someone. And then in the outcome of the situation, a collaboration ultimately comes to fruition for a lot of us, you know, by the end of the year or moving into next. And then we see this expedited progress as a result of said collaboration. So I don't know if, you know, some of you are going to end up collaborating with the same person that you withdrew from, that you sort of passed up an opportunity to work with before. Because your advice again is for a lot of us to not leave behind more than you lost. Or maybe you had the opportunity to work with a couple of people or multiple people, right? And there's someone or even some ones that you that were the reason you withdrew from the opportunity, right? And you're still glad that you did withdraw from them, but don't leave behind more than you lost. Maybe there's some other collaborators, potential partners there that, you know, could be complementary to you and your work, whatever you're working on. Or maybe it's someone brand new and you're hesitant to work with them or listen to even the idea of collaborating because of how poorly this opportunity in the past went, having had to withdraw from someone or something here in the recent past. But don't leave behind more than you lost. And for some of you, you're just in that state of withdrawal because having to pull away from that opportunity was sort of heartbreaking for you in a way. Took the wind out of your sails in a sense, right? But take the appropriate time to mourn that lost opportunity, if that's the case, if that's what needs to happen, and don't pass up on one that could be better. Whoever it is, whether it is a collaborator from your past, from your recent past even, that you passed up an opportunity on working with, or someone brand new, in any sense, the connection, the synergy between the two of you, it will be soulmate-like. It does seem like a divinely inspired, a fated partnership, and a lucky one, a rewarding and lucky one, and you will see progress and results quickly, very quickly. In fact, there may be so much happening, so much communication that toward the end of the month, moving into next year, you may want to be particularly careful about all of your correspondence, right? You see this message coming in that he or she here may miss. And whoever it is, that's what else I was going to say. Whoever it is, there's this energy that's soulmate-like, and it's someone who doesn't seem like they're in a good position to you, for a lot of you. Not that that's not exactly all of you, but for a lot of us, it's someone who doesn't really seem like they're in the best position, or who may seem like they're in sort of a stuck position to some people, even if not you, right? But you're learning about them here in the near future that it's more so that they've been waiting on the right opportunity. They've been waiting on the right collaborators, partnership, timing, the right project, the right idea, maybe, right? They've been waiting on the right circumstances, in essence, to make their next move, and actually really enjoying the in-between stage of waiting on, you know, sort of taking a time out, taking a much needed break as they wait on what will inspire them to really make their next move, right? And so I think you're coming to see that. You're coming to learn that here in the near future about them. And for a lot of you, you're also coming to learn something new about your trade, about your craft as well. Deciding to be a student, maybe again, right? Or just take a class, or just read up on, spend some time studying something that helps you to hone your craft even more so. Helps to encourage this work and push it along even further than all of these hours spent in practice, hands-on practice. Because I see that you're already doing that work, where you're getting your hands dirty, you're spending the hours, putting the hours on the clock, right? Spending your late hours, maybe burning the candle at both ends for some of you, but certainly putting in lots of hours practicing something. But you're ready to level up, in a sense. Some of you take the next step, just expand. It feels like expand your knowledge base of what you're doing. You want to add to that work, add to that, you know, store, so to speak. For some of you, it's like a store, and you want to sell something else. You know, so it's that sort of sense, that sort of feel. You're doing great work. You want to add to it. So both of those things, I for a lot of you, it's both of those things. You're learning that about your potential partner, collaborator, that they actually are maybe in a better position to work with you than you would have thought, or than you initially saw. And something about your own work, your own craft. And ultimately, for most of us, I see a group of you working. Working together, doing work that you love to do, work that you love to do so much that you don't notice the time passing. And if it's not exactly that, then it's a much needed collaboration in your life, and you work well together. So it can be playful. I hope it is for a lot of you. I hope you make the most of it. But at the same time, for some of you, it just may be a very necessary collaboration. But the work that you all produce together proves that you do work well in some sense, regardless. And as I said, you're going to see these results, this progress, this expedited progress very soon after. It feels like a lot of praise as well. A lot of pats on the back and jobs well done. 2 8s on the table. 88 may be particularly significant to you this month, Taurians. It may hold an additional message if this has resonated and you need more. We can also do a personal reading The email address is lunartickstarot@gmail.com, and my name is Aze. You're welcome to email me or just check out the links down below in the description that I think I mentioned to you already. But 88 speaks to me of you all being headed toward prosperity. So as I said at the beginning, I do sense that this is a very fruitful, beneficial collaboration, partnership, which, you know, there's no surprise. It seems like it's soulmate-like and is fated. For some of you, it may also be someone who has seemed shady or sneaky to you in the past, that because you have fond memories with them, you may decide to forgive, to see past that. That may be why you had to withdraw from an opportunity working with them in the past, and why it was heartbreaking if there's someone who you were very close with, or, you know, respected, trusted, and then it went sour. That's just for some. I do that a lot of times at the end of the reading, a message that's just for a few probably, but if the message did resonate, and I do hope that the needed insight was able to reach you here. If it did, then I'd love to hear how it did. You could message me, comment. I do love to hear. It helps me. But yeah, overall, it looks very rewarding, because it looks like you're already earning, Taurians. You're already earning and seeing rewards for the admittedly hard labor that is being put in. There's an even trade. You know, you're paid for your work, paid for your talent, for your ability to, willingness to get your hands dirty and do it for long hours, like we were talking about. And so for there to be this sense that there are more rewards, that there's more success, there's more progress as a result then of the collaboration, it just seems and feels very abundant, very, very fruitful. Worth the while, worth taking a second look at a partnership you may have passed up on before, even if you passed up on those things for very righteous reasons, even if you passed up on it for the right reasons, right? Still, maybe worth a second glance. And if not, if you're really not interested in collaborating with anything other than perhaps a new school of thought, a new training for yourself, right? A new path forward, then again, I really also see the potential for you just learning about your craft. And that could, you know, that could be what you're learning, and that could be part of what the partnership is here, right? The collaboration. And it just feels like a very powerful entity coming in, or energy coming in, because there's this rush of energy as a result immediately following it. So I don't even feel like I need to say good luck, Taurians. It looks like the end of the year for you is about some good luck. And I feel like some of you are saying much needed. It looks brilliant. So enjoy, make the most of the end of 2019, but happy 2020. Yeah, make the most of the entire year of 2020, I guess. And yes, the end of 2019, definitely. The beginning of Capricorn season. The moon being in Libra currently. I'm surprised we don't see Libra vibes here. But make the most of that energy as well. We have the solar eclipse on the 26th. I wouldn't be surprised if this repeated opportunity, this new opportunity or renewed opportunity comes in around that new moon in Capricorn. Right around that solar eclipse seems like a very likely target for that energy to be invited in. And to invite that energy and make the most as well of that new moon in Capricorn, of that eclipse. You know, whatever moon magic you work, or whatever moon rituals, self-care rituals you do around that time. It's the new moon for me personally is always like a self-care ritual week. And it's such a great practice because then I know I get that 1 week out of every month regardless, right? But, you know, whatever you do, whatever is magical around the new moons, and especially this time, the solar eclipse new moon for you. And we have Mercury moving into Capricorn as well. Saturn will have just moved into Capricorn, so much Capricorn energy. Yeah, you know, and it's all circulating around that new moon, of course, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the opportunity come in right around there. Don't, you know, you have to listen to your intuition. Don't pass it up because you're unwilling to even take a second look. Don't forget the advice of not leaving behind more than you lost. But at the same time, if your intuition is saying, you know, red alert, this is someone you don't want to give a second chance to, then you need to look toward what a new partnership and collaboration could be for you, right? Then that's what we see instead. Some of you, you may be creating that opportunity, this repeated opportunity from someone from your past, might not be there for you to accept it this time, but it might be there for you to, you know, turn down again for the right reasons, and then it serves just to remind you, but you know what, I need to create a different type of collaboration and partnership then, because if that could go well, if that had gone well, this would be completely different. So listen to your intuition and don't ever, you know, give up your power. If don't just wait for the opportunity to come in, I suppose. If you feel like it's not coming, you're just sitting on your hands waiting, don't. Create it. Create it, certainly. So that's for some of you as well. So that's long enough. With all of that said, Taurians, I love you, and I hope the needed insight was able to reach you as always. And I truly cannot wait to do another reading for us, just as soon as I can.